Yuval Abramovitz is an author and journalist. His book, The List, Shout Out Your Dreams, funded by a crowdfunding campaign, became a bestseller both in Hebrew and English, spawned a series of popular lectures by Abramovitz. Very happy to have him here in the studio. Thanks for coming in, Yuval.
Hi, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing wonderfully. I'm very curious to hear about The List. What's the general idea? What's the gist of this method?
Well, as you said, shout out your dreams. You know, usually people doesn't speak about their dreams loudly. You know, few years ago, I went with my daughter, Shira. She's 7 years old. She was 5 years old, and we was traveling in Tel Aviv, and suddenly she was mumbling something to herself. And I asked her, "Is everything okay?" And she said, "Yes. You know, Dad, I saw a shooting star, so I asked for a wish." And I told her, "Okay, what is your wish?" And what was the answer? "I can't tell you why. It won't happen."
Yeah.
Because, you know, this is what our parents told us. If you tell your dreams, it won't happen. And this is a mistake. And I discovered through Facebook and blogs and Twitter that if you shout out your dreams, people hear it, people read it, and people can help you. And, you know, 4 years ago, I opened a blog and I wrote a list of things that I want to achieve in 400 days. And after 24 hours, I got emails from all around the globe, from Iraq, Iran, Norway, Australia, Israel, Palestine, every place on earth. I got emails and people asked to help me. And that moment I realized that, you know, you need to shout out your dreams.
It's a very interesting idea that if we dare put our dreams out there, then, you know, things will happen. How did this, you know, come to you? How did it start for you?
Actually, you know, I'm a guy of lists all of my life. You know, I'm obsessed to list. And actually, when I was 16 years old, I had an accident. I worked in a restaurant. I fell down and I cracked open my head, and I lost my feeling in my legs after 3 days.
Wow.
And while I was at home for 2 years, I was so bored. So, you know, I took a notebook and a pen and started writing to myself what I'll do next year and after. Until I'll be 40. I have 2 years, and I hope to live after 40.
But you have till 40 to finish that list. How are you doing so far?
Great. You know, I achieved so many things in my life. You said in the beginning that I'm an author and journalist, and I'm also an actor, and I have a few business. I'm doing a lot of things, and then, you know, I start using the tool of lists, and as I said, I became obsessed. And in the last few years, you know, I started using the power of social media and start shouting out my dreams, and it's amazing.
Break it down for me a little bit.
Yeah.
What happens to you psychologically when you write things down in a list form? Why does that work for you?
First, you know, we live in a crazy decade. We don't have today we don't have time to think, because we have, you know, all the time with iPhone, you know, checking emails, Twitter, whatever. We don't have time to think. So what I suggest people, for the beginning, close your computer, close your iPhone, sit at home, take a pen and a notebook and write list. Find time to yourself. Think, what do you want to do? And then, you know, it's like a mirror. You can see, you can ask yourself questions. Do I really want to do it? Why I didn't do it? And, you know, start looking for the answer. Yeah. And it's worked, not only for me, you know, I got
everywhere. Now, you do tour the world.
Yeah.
You speak in front of many different people.
Yeah.
Is it true that everyone, what kind of adjustments do you have to do when you approach different people from different cultures?
Yeah, actually, you know, I was really curious when I started traveling. I've been in the States, in Europe, and I said, I don't know if they understand me. I mean, not only my poor English, but if they understand the method. And, you know, I discovered that we're the same. Everyone have dreams, no matter where do you live, how much money do you have, if you're a woman or a man, everyone have dreams. Everyone want to achieve something. What is your dreams, by the way?
Well, I'm living the dream. Come on, I can't dare hope for anything other than sitting.
Yeah, I know, but I'm sure that you have more dreams. You know, this is the issue that.
You know, everybody has dreams, of course, but not everybody can really get everything that they want. You know,
it depends. I mean, you know, few years ago, I think 2 years, someone from Kenya won in the Oscar. I mean, you can win the Oscar. I mean, of course that you need to be in the world to do it. I mean, you can't sit here in the studio and say, okay, I want the Oscar. You need to be an actor. But I really believe that everyone can do almost anything. And if you write, this is one of the secrets that you can find in the book. If you write the list in the right way, I mean, not to have a big house, what to do to have a big house. And then you need to write a list. What is the steps that you need to do?
I see. What's the most amazing story that you have from someone who used the method and achieved something wonderful?
So many things, you know, people get married, people divorced, people...
Just as important sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes it's happy, you know, you can be happy.
Yeah.
People open business, shops, move outside Israel to live their dreams in other country. Someone lost something like 40 kilos. A lot of things, really. I get almost every day around 100 emails from all around the globe. Yeah.
Wow. Well, it's very interesting. It seems to be very helpful. I'll definitely look into it. What's next for you?
Next, actually, I'm going to publish around November another book called The Idea. Because I believe that everyone have an idea, and you know, someone want to open a coffee shop, a restaurant, an application, you know, for iPhone, but people doesn't know how to do it.
Yeah.
And it's very easy, actually. You know, I'm telling you as a businessman, I have a few shops here in Tel Aviv, and I know how to do it. You don't need a lot of money. And in the next book, I will try to help people to understand how they can...
How to execute their idea.
Exactly, yeah.
Very important. I'll definitely look into that as well.
Yeah.
Yuval, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you very much. Look at the book in Amazon in English.
Will do.
Thank you.